What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Saturday. I think we only have 14 more Saturdays till game day. That's pretty awesome, right? Sweet. I'm Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you every day. That's right, every day, no matter what my wife says. An interesting commenter last night or 2 nights ago. Anyways, we won't get into that. Anyways, we're talking recruiting today. I know I've left you in the lurch a little bit here for a couple of days. We all needed to kind of wash the recruiting crap off of us. So we're getting back in the mud though. 2024 recruiting news today. Don't forget Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hit us up, YouTube Live. I don't know. I think we're going to talk about Ryan Day. Is Ryan Day on the hot seat if he loses another game to Michigan, 3 in a row this year? It would be. So me, Jeff, and Sean are going to debate that. I'm sure Sean's going to take the opposite of me. So we'll see. All right. Today, we're talking bad news, good news, as some people prefer it. Bad news first. You're welcome, PC. Charles Lester III, 5-star corner out of Sarasota, Florida, one of the top players in the class, canceled his visit for June to Ohio State. The other night on Twitter, he announced he was down to 3 schools: Florida State, Alabama, and Georgia. But he's also going to make a 4th visit to Colorado, but they're not in his top 3. So imagine what that's about. You do realize, I wanted to point this out. Maybe this hasn't been spelled out to the masses or to Buckeye fans in particular, that a lot of these kids are getting their unofficial visits paid for by schools. I don't know if Ohio State dabbles in this area. It's a gray area to some degree. So it's speculated that NIL collectives or some type of fund is getting kids to take these unofficial visits. Obviously, the official visits are paid for 100% by the school, hotel, meals, the whole 9 yards. They take them to a nice 5-star restaurant, steaks and pies and all that shit. I remember some stories from the old Florida State days back in the 90s. Recruits would go up to Florida State to visit, and they would order like 5 fillets, or 5 T-bones and 10 desserts and all this shit, like, because they were getting it paid for, and they wrap it up and take it home and stuff. Is crazy shit. I'm sure it wasn't the only place. But anyways, just wanted to make sure everybody knew that a lot of times when guys are on unofficial visits, that's not what we're talking about here, kind of ish. But when a lot of these recruits are on unofficial visits, they're actually getting reimbursed in different ways. So just keep that in mind. It's not always above board. So anyways, back to Chucky 3 Sticks here. Likely will commit this summer somewhere. But we'll still take some other official visits during the football season. Don't forget that limit of 5 official visits is kiboshed. Can you kibosh something, or do you just put the kibosh on it? I got to learn. Pick that up. Anyways, the 5 limit is squashed, no longer a thing as of, I believe, June 1st or July 1st. So regardless, Chucky 3 Sticks will be taking some more official visits during the football season. Buckeyes really want to get him back on campus for a game day weekend, obviously, earlier in the season rather than later. But probably going to stretch this decision all the way to signing day. So you could see him commit over the summer to somebody, but then reopen his recruitment, as he takes more visits through the football season. Anyways, so what corners do we need to focus on going forward in the recruiting sense? You got to focus on the in-state guys. We always say that, it's great to have more Ohio guys on the team. They get the rivalry. They always wanted to wear the scarlet and gray. So the in-state guys, obviously, Aaron Scott, is the highest priority. Bryce West is pretty much a lock. And if they're a package deal, that's great. Corian Nichols, just offered a few weeks ago out of Cincinnati, in-state guy that we're going to focus on. Then you got the out-of-state guys. You got Xavier Brown from California, Miles Lockhart from Arizona, Corian Gipson and Kobe Black. I like both of these guys. We haven't really talked about them a lot as possible Buckeye targets, but they definitely are. Both from Texas. Corian Gipson is a 4-star from Lancaster, Texas, 6 foot 190, serious poundage, got some good length. He's a number 8 cornerback in the country, number 11 player in Texas. Yeah, I said Texas. Then I love this guy's name, Kobe Black. Reminds me of Coffee Black. You ever see Semi-Pro? That's a good movie with Will Ferrell, where he owns his own basketball team back in the 70s. Coffee Black is Andre 3000. Our Andre 3000 is his name in the movie is Coffee Black. Anyways, we're talking Kobe Black. He's a 5-star from Waco, Texas. I believe it's pronounced Waco. 6 foot 190. I think Gibson's 170. Kobe Black is 6 foot 190. Number 3 corner in the country, number 4 corner in Texas, or number 4 player in Texas. Insane. So both of those guys are huge gets. So you get the 3 in-state guys, and then you take 1 or 2 of these national guys, the high-level recruits. It's kind of the strategy that all of the coaching staff is taking, focus on the Midwest first, then expand out and get those national guys like Jeremiah Smith or, Justin Fry is going after O-linemen in California, high 4-star, 5 stars. So, all right, next up, KJ Bolton, the very highly touted safety. Everybody wants him. His visit schedule, he released it the other day. So going in order, Clemson, June 2nd to the 4th, Georgia, June 9th to the 11th, Ohio State, June 16th to the 18th, Alabama, June 23rd to the 25th. And then he has a late official visit already for the season to Auburn, September 30th and October 1st. I would like to have that later official visit if I'm Ohio State, but oh well. 5-star defensive lineman Justin Scott out of the Chicago area. Here's his visit schedule. Georgia, June 2nd to the 4th. Michigan, June 9th to the 11th. Miami, June 15th to the 18th. And Ohio State getting that last visit, June 23rd to the 25th. So he was a heavy Notre Dame lean until he pressed pause on his recruitment back in January. So I think Georgia or Miami are probably the lean. Miami probably the lean there. Jayden Jackson, 2024 defensive tackle from IMG. Got some notes on him. 6'2", 300-pound defensive tackle. He has a top 5 of Ohio State, Miami, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas. He'll be camping with the Buckeye. He camped with the Buckeyes in the past. Has known Larry Johnson since 8th grade. Don't forget he's originally from Indianapolis. Just goes to IMG down in Florida. He said that he's got a strong connection with Coach Johnson, and he last visited for the spring game in April. So he'll have an official visit coming up in June. Let's talk safety. Reggie Powers. He has an official visit for June 23rd to Ohio State. He's the 3-star safety out of Centerville. Other schools, he's taking a lot of visits right now, unofficials. He does have official visits coming up to Michigan State, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Northwestern. Visited Ohio State twice in the spring. He would play the bandit safety down in his style of play is down in the box, more physical. And we have a possible decision at the end of June or July 4th. So that last week of June into July. He does have 5 crystal balls right now to Ohio State. So strong Buckeye lean. I think he's just doing his due diligence and enjoying the process, taking those other visits. One thing I did want to mention, I don't know, I know this is old news right now with the Dylan Raiola commitment last week, but everybody was up in arms about Jeremiah Smith. You guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but I did want to, for those who didn't hear, I wanted to kind of maybe calm your fears of him flipping to Georgia. So Raiola commits to Georgia. Georgia's been pushing hard to flip Jeremiah Smith, but in an interview after track practice on Monday, Jeremiah Smith said that Ohio State, you all don't have any concern right now. I am locked in until anything happens with any of the coaches like Coach Hartline or Coach Day, but I doubt that happens. I am pretty much locked in. I am not going anywhere. So does that alleviate your fears somewhat? Does that help? I mean, you could pick apart and you could parse his words, I mean, like any program, if your position coach leaves and the head coach leaves, one or the other even, you're definitely going to rethink things, especially, guys like Hartline and Day. But what's the chances of that happening in the next year? Probably not. Jeremiah also said that I want to be a first-round pick, and that is what I really want to do. I feel like Coach Hartline is going to do that for me. Actually, you have to do the work. Coach Hartline's just going to draft you first round. Anyways, he also said, I want to go somewhere I can get developed and get coached hard. Just get on the field and play with people who really care about me. He talked about Brian Hartline as OC and play caller. Jeremiah said, I feel like he's going to do well. I know he's going to want to throw the ball a lot, but you still have to feed the running backs. He's going to want to throw that rock for sure. That's right. Sling that rock. So he still Jeremiah hasn't canceled his other 2 official visits to Florida and Georgia. So those are still locked in as of right now for June. So until he cancels those, I don't feel 100%. I don't know about you guys, maybe 95, but that outside at 5% with the Florida boys is a big 5%. But he does have 2 scheduled visits to Ohio State in June, 1 official and 1 unofficial. His brother is participating in a camp on campus, so that's the unofficial. Then he'll get his big official in June. So let me know what you guys think on everybody, actually, on the other corners we're going after. Coffee Black, Corian Gipson. Is Chucky 3 Sticks a big loss, or is it just another national guy that we're going to have to go after in place of him? And does Jeremiah Smith make you feel better about yourself? That's all I got for you today. See you tomorrow. Go Bucks.